Epstein, because I believe we got a lot of shit that's fixing to come out. And Epstein didn't even have a brownstone apartment till 1996, and she's talking about 1993. She is hurting women that actually have been SA. Absolutely. And it's disgusting that they would go to these links, and that lets you know that the Democrats would do anything in their power to prevent Trump from uh, furthering on in this election. It's that simple. But I wanted to give it to you straight. I wanted you to hear her complete story about things, and her voice about it. That way you can make your own. But I'm going to tell you, this woman's lying. And I'd be the first one to back a woman. I would tear a fucker down quick. But I'm going to tell you, with this situation, this is all about Kamala Harris. This is all about pushing a narrative that is bullcrap. And it saddens me that our country has come to this point to where they would do anything. They're evil. The Democrats are evil. They're freaking evil. It's that simple. Um, but George Santos come out just a few minutes ago and posted this video.
Oh, hey guys. Gotta tell you something. It's so crazy. I just got off the phone with a source, and they're telling me that tomorrow the Kamala Harris ship sinks. You're gonna see all the rats jumping off. The story that's gonna break tomorrow is so damning and so bad that Democrats are going to distance themselves from her like something you've never seen before. And essentially, you might even see some asking for people to vote for Trump. This is wild. Stay tuned as this drops tomorrow.
How interesting. Can't wait to hear and see. Now, George Santos could be just pulling your leg. George Santos could be just wanting a 15 minutes of his little whatever it is he does. Um, but he has, since he got convicted and was indicted, he has been coming forward with a bunch of shit. He's the one who actually said that there are cages at the Capitol and they have massive sex orgies there. And, we've seen video footage of them having sex where our tax dollars are paying. So I don't think it's too far fetched. I just don't think it's too far freaking fetched from it all. So keep your head on a swivel. And I'll keep you posted when the news breaks. I'll let you know. Absolutely let you know. Now, I have lost about 4 counts on TikTok this week. And every time I post a video in reference to what this Tweedledum waltz talks about, watch this video. It gets violated.
Look, I don't say this lightly because I didn't, in my 60 damn years, I didn't think I'd ever see a candidate for president praising Adolf Hitler's generals or talking about using the military against their enemies. And I mean, it's pretty stunning. And I said, look, I recognize I'm on the top of his list, but don't kid yourself. You're somewhere on that list too if you disagree with these people. That's who they are.
Now, see, this is Democrats' problem. They tell you up front their plan, but they push it and they try to set somebody else. Now, he's sitting here talking and saying that Trump wants to use the military against the American people. No, he wants what's done right. He's the one who's pushing this narrative of force and everything. You know who's pushing the narrative of this? You know who's actually moving forward with it? It is not Trump. Trump has not been doing anything of that. He does want to round up the sex traffickers, the ones who are doing wrong by the American people, liars, thieves. If you've done wrong, they're scared. They're scared as can be. It's that simple. I'm pulling. Bear with me. I thought I had it in here. But let's read what's in this directive. There's a directive that got sent to the Pentagon. And who sent it there? The Biden administration just a few weeks ago, right after Hurricane Helene. It is Directive 5240.01, September the 27th. Okay? Assistance in responding with assets with potential for lethally or in any situation in which it is reasonably foreseeable that providing the requested assistance may involve the use of force that is likely to result in lethal force, including death and serious bodily injury. It is also includes all support to civilian law enforcement officials in situations where a confrontation between civilian law enforcement and civilian individuals or groups is reasonably anticipated. Such use of force must be in accordance with the DOD 5210.56, potentially as further restricted based on the specifics of the required support. Now, I read the whole thing entirety because I didn't want anything to be misled or added or taken away. So I read it verbatim for you. So this is what this administration is pushing, not what Trump has pushed. This is exactly what they just pushed through to the Pentagon. So tell me, who wants to go after the American people? They just started blasting. Yeah, I mean, who tell me? Maybe Trump Plaza has a report that shows all visitors going to Trump. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. And I'm sure we're going to see some of that coming out too. Great point. Great point. Who said that? Great point on that. Lamb, great point. But with this situation, they are pushing this narrative, but you see how they're trying to spin it and place the blame on someone else when they're the ones who actually are running amok, running their mouths, and lying. Lying. And that's all they're good at doing is they lie at a very fast pace. Kamala was asked recently about the election and the results.
What do you expect on election day? To get the results on the same night, maybe 2 days later, a week later? What are your expectations?
Well, I hope to get the results that night, but that may or may not happen. And last time it took more than obviously one night.
I can remember going to the courthouse with my father when he voted, and we knew that night. We knew that night in every precinct. We fucking knew. Now they want to push this narrative. I'm telling you guys, buckle up because it's going to get crazy. This ride is going to get crazy because the American people aren't going to stand for the bullshit. Trump is amazing at keeping records. He usually has receipts. Oh, he'll have receipts, cameras, you name it. That man ain't stupid. I've actually spoke to one of the individuals who actually installed all the cameras in Mar-a-Lago, and at Trump Towers. So there's going to be a lot more that's going to be coming out, and we will right here on Country Crazy Podcast. We will bring it to you live. We will let you know exactly what's going on with this situation as it comes about even further. But isn't it interesting how she come out at the 11th hour and she come out now? Yeah. And she was in this group, Kamala Harris's essay group. And it's pathetic. It's pathetic to do shit like that. It is so freaking pathetic to do that. But they're the ones who have been pushing this DOD directive. And what happens when you do shit like this? Well, let's go back in time a little bit.
In 1943, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read, "When certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them after suitable buildups as fascist or Nazi.